Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's Wild Wednesday Live, presented by the Quiltcraft and Sewing Mall, your one stop for all your favorite vendors right online. I'm Raylene, and I will be your host today. Of course, I'm from Quilters Haven and JustNotions.com. And just real quick, while we're waiting for people to get signed on today, I want to remind you that our next in-person live show is coming up next week, Tucson, Arizona, at the Tucson Expo Event Center. That's on Irvington Road. And the dates are November 4th through the 6th, which is Thursday through Saturday. So be sure if you're anywhere in the area that you come out and see us. And of course, if you come to the show, be sure to come to my booth, Quilters Haven, and say, I get wild with you on Wednesday. And we have a special gift for you. Beth won't be attending that particular show because she has a bunch of stuff going on at her shop. But I will still be there and I will still be doing the lives from there. So remember that when we are actually at a physical show, we actually do a couple of extra special lives. So on Wednesday, which would be the 3rd, at 3 o'clock Arizona time, we will do a behind the scenes look of who all's at the show, kind of give you an idea of what's going on, what it takes to get set up and ready for one of our big shows. And then on Thursday and Friday, also at 3 o'clock Arizona time, we will be doing lives from the show floor where we'll be interviewing some different vendors and giving you an idea of what their whole booth setup looks like, so you can see a lot more than just what you see here on the show of what they have to offer you. Okay, so it looks like we're getting quite a few people signed in. So, we always like to start the show with roll call. So go ahead and put in where you're watching from. That's always a lot of fun for Beth and I to see where all of you guys are. So go ahead and type that in. And let's see, we want to remind you that all of today's vendors are going to be offering an extra special just for you, Wild Wednesday viewers. And those specials will be good through midnight on Friday. If you go to the quiltcraftsewmall.com, you'll be able to quickly, right from the homepage, get to all of today's vendors, and you'll click on that. It's going to tell you their specials and what's going on. Be sure, if you haven't been to the mall in a while, that you go take a look. Our wonderful webmaster Ruth has redone the whole homepage, added a lot of fun stuff to it. So you want to be sure that you check that out as soon as you can. We also want to remind you to hold any questions that you have for our vendors until the end of the show. We will bring everyone back on for a question and answer period. And we're afraid if you type your question in too soon, we might miss it. So again, be sure that you hold your questions until we tell you it's time to type those in. And let me see, what else do we have to go over? We have such a big action-packed show today. We have 4 vendors presenting for you today on our last of our 4 weeks of Christmas in October. Beth and I have had such a blast doing this month, and we hope you guys have enjoyed it as well and are getting some good ideas for those last-minute gifts. And remember, if you ever miss an episode, or maybe you get here late or you have to leave a little early, a few hours after the show airs, you're always able to go to our YouTube channel, which is Wild Wednesday Live, and watch all of our past episodes from the very, very beginning. Now, of course, we have 5 great door prizes again today, like we always do. We'll be telling you later in the show what our secret word is. And if you're new with us and haven't been with us on Wild Wednesday before, first of all, we want to welcome you. We're glad you're here. We're glad you found us. And the way we do our door prizes is I will later in the show give you a secret word that you will simply just type into the comments one time, and that enters you into the drawing. Then an hour or 2 after the show airs, come right back here to the Wild Wednesday Live Facebook page, and you'll find all the winners listed, as well as the instructions for how you can claim your prize. So today's door prizes, and let me tell you, we got some good ones today with it being the last of our October special shows. First of all, a big thank you to the Big Mat Rotary Cutting Surface. They have donated 2 prizes today. So one lucky viewer is going to win a 24 by 48 cutting mat. And then their second door prize giveaway is a 12-inch turntable mat, something I can't live without. Quilting Pantographs is going to be giving 4 pantographs, which is awesome. Beyond Interiors is giving 3 pairs of those adorable Laurel Birch socks. And Beth, my co-host and cohort from the Fabric Chicks, is going to be giving a goodie bag full of all kinds of stuff. I'm tongue-tied again today. So again, just listen a little later in the show for the secret word. All right, we've got so much to get through today that we're going to get started now with our very first vendor today, who is the Big Mat Rotary Cutting Surface. So I want to welcome Anna and Teresa back to the show so that they can show you some great stuff they've got just in time for Christmas. So, hello, Anna.
Hi, Raylene.
How are you guys?
Great, thank you. How are you doing?
We're doing good, and thank you so much for being here with us on our Christmas in October show. And I know you guys have a lot to show our viewers, so we're going to just turn it over to you right away so you can get started.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for having us. My name's Anna. If you haven't seen us on here before or know about our product, let me tell you a little bit about us. My name's Anna with Big Mat Rotary Cutting Surface. Thank you for joining us on our Christmas in October here on Wild Wednesday Live on Facebook. We've put together some really great stocking stuffer ideas, Secret Santa ideas. We put together some little packages for you. 2 people today are going to win, like Raylene said, a Big Mat Rotary Cutting Surface. It's going to be the 24 by 48. And the other person is going to win our 12-inch less than perfect Lazy Daisy turntable. And I'll get to why it's less than perfect in a little while. So let's talk about our first package we put together. This package could be for one for you and for 9 of your friends that go to class, that need a little travel size mat to go with you. You don't have to take it out of the car because it doesn't warp. It's our 12 by 18 inch travel size mat. You're going to get 10 of these. 10 travel size mats with 10 mat scrapers. Our mat scrapers is what we use to scrape the raised cut marks that you get on your mat. The 10 pack regularly would be $245. But this 3-day special until Friday night, or even if you get it in there on Saturday, we'll probably have it on there still. 10 pack is going to be on special for $150 shipped. So 10 of them, one for you and one for 9 of your friends. The second one we have here is our pin cushions, one of a kind pin cushions. We've come a long way from the tomato pin cushion. They're going to be $25 shipped. This one I know a lot of you are going to like. We carry a stabilizer. Our stabilizer is what we use to keep your ruler from moving when you're cutting your fabric. Please go on our website and check out any of our demonstrations on our mat and our stabilizer if you haven't seen this product before. So it's going to be a 6-pack, one for you and for 5 of your friends. A 6-pack of our stabilizers. It's going to come with a 6-pack of the adhesive tape. Some of you may know this is a double-sided sticky tape. It does wear out at different times for different people. At different times, all you'll do is take it off and you'll put another one back on. That's why we included the 6-pack of the tape in that package. The regular price on that would be $59, but today we're going to have it at $50 shipped. Let's talk about our little Lazy Daisy turntable, less than perfect. This one is a 9-inch. It's great. You could even carry it in your purse. The regular price on this is $49. The special on that is $40 shipped. We also have our 12-inch turntable. The reason why I'm saying that it's less than perfect, there's nothing wrong with the grid or the accuracy. It's simply that when the round top was cut, it had the random numbers. So the printer used a solution to take the numbers off. And it's noticeable, but not that noticeable. So you see how the numbers are on this one, and they took the numbers off. But it works just the same There's nothing wrong with it besides that little imperfection. But the regular price on these are $59, and the special price is going to be $50 shipped. $50 shipped. Let's get to our cute little pattern weights here. Our pattern weights are used to hold down your pattern while using your rotary cutter. These are one of a kind also. Our spool pin bumpers. Our spool pin bumpers over here to keep your thread from going under. We're going to have online a 4-pack of them for $15. So you get eight of them. So that's a great little stocking stuffer also. So remember to online on bigmatrotarycuttingsurface.com, click on the Etsy icon. That's where you're going to find any of these stocking stuffer gifts. Or if you just have an Etsy, it's Big Rotary Cutting Mat 2. Now, this is another really, this special is going to run till December 15th. Our Big Mat 30 by 72 is going to be on special until December 15th. The regular price on this is $169, and the special price is going to be $155 until December 15th. And don't forget, our mats are made in the USA. That is all of our little gift sets we've put together. I tried to talk slow so the time my time wouldn't be so quickly. We are going to be in Tucson, like Raylene said, on November 2nd through the 4th. We are taking orders over the phone and taking the mats with us to Tucson, so you could pick it up there. If you'd like to do that, just give us a call, and we would be able to hold that mat for you so it's not sold out when you get there. That's all we got, Raylene.
Well, that was pretty amazing. You know, I'm sitting here the whole time going, wow, that's what we used to call no hesitation prices when I worked for the big box retail stores. Those prices are amazing.
Thank you. Yes, they are. So remember, just for the 3 days, you got the stocking stuffers are on sale for 3 days.
That's so amazing. And Anna, now I have to ask, are you going to be with Teresa at Tucson?
Yes, I am going to this one. Yes.
You know why I'm asking, right?
Why?
Because Beth will not be there.
Oh! Of course I'll hold the camera for you, Raylene.
Anna knows that I'm recruiting her to help with our lives from the show floor. She's always so good to help us out when one of us isn't there. So I'm excited to hear she's going to be there to help me out.
Yes, no problem at all.
Well, thank you so much. And we will see you at the end of the show for question and answers.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, thanks for being back. Okay, guys, so that was our first vendor, and we've still got 3 more terrific vendors. So we're going to keep on moving right now, and we are going to bring in our next presenter, who is actually new to the show. We've been trying to work it out to have her on the show for a while. We're so excited to have Holly from Quilting Pantographs. This is the first time we've had someone here having this type of product, so we're so excited. So welcome, Holly, to the show.
Hi, Raylene. Thank you so much for having us. Very excited to be here.
And I know when we announced that you were going to be here in our Facebook post, I had a couple of our viewers right away let me know how excited they were.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
So we're just going to turn it over to you so you can show everybody what you've got.
Thank you. Well, I'm Holly from Quilting Pantographs, and today I wanted to go over some different aspects. You might not be familiar with what a pantograph is, so I'd like to tell you what a pantograph is, how you can use them in your projects, what type of different styles there are, and then I'll do a little demonstration on how you can use them. So we'll start out with what is a pantograph. In the crafter's world, a pantograph is represented by a single line that starts at one end and goes across. It could follow its pattern, and it goes across and it ends at the exact same spot on the horizontal grid. So the purpose of that is so that it can repeat itself over and over again across your project. So what you do is when you have it repeat itself, it looks like this. It starts stitching at one side, gets to the next, picks up again and starts across to this end. And it goes on and on and on, as wide as you would need it for your project. Pantographs are usually used on quilts. These are also called edge-to-edge designs, meaning you're starting at one edge and you're just stitching across till you get to the other end. So this one, this particular pattern is called, I'm so sorry. This one is called Webbs. Spiderwebs. That's it. Little bit nervous here. This one is Spiderwebs. Every month we have a free pattern and giveaway, and this was for October. So if you do go to our store at quiltingpantographs.com, you'll be able to pick this one up for free. And it's a lovely one for Halloween. It's fun, you know, on table runners or whatever. Next month, we'll be having, for November, we'll be offering the Thanksgiving turkey pattern, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. So we understand what a pantograph is. Now, how can we use them? Well, you can use them on big projects like quilts, which is usually the standard, anywhere from a baby blanket to a full-size queen, king, whatever. And you can do it from one end to the other, the same pattern, or you can actually use multiple patterns. You can do one row of one design and then another row of another design and just repeat them over and over again. You can also use these on table runners or wall hangings. You can use them. You could just use one single version like this if you're on a smaller space and maybe you want to use it on a canvas bag or a trick-or-treat bag. This would look cute stitched out on a trick-or-treat bag. Or you have a Christmas design and you want to put it on placemats and you only really need one printout worth. Or you could use them on the back of a jacket. So really the sky's the limit. You know, if you're going to do a quilt and you have 12 different blocks, you could do the same pattern on each block and then maybe something different on the sashing in between. Or you could just do edge to edge, one row after the other on the quilt. Some of our designs, you can see right here, we've got some of the designs here. This is a very popular one for pet owners, the paw prints. And then this is another popular one, which is our ladybug. We also have a wonderful selection in the holiday section. We have everything from candles, Christmas trees. I hope you're not getting too much glare there. We have gingerbread cookies, candy canes, lots of different Christmas trees, bells, stockings. We have a really good selection in our Christmas section. So let's talk about ways that you can use paper pantographs and what's the difference between paper and digital. So when you shop at our store and you get a download folder, and in that folder are 15 different file types, digital and paper. Now the digital ones are made to import into maybe long arm software machines like Quilter's Touch for Grace machines like this one, which is a Qnique. There's other long arms out there that they'll work on. You can even import them into some embroidery machines and then use it in your hoop. The other style is paper, which is what these are, and you can print these out in multiple different ways. You get all the patterns in one download, so you can use them any way that you want. But you print these up on your home printer and then you tape them together. So there is a method for taping them together that makes it a little bit easier, and we'll go through that as well. This is a standard home printer 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and you can also print them up on a large format printer like this, and you can get nice large size. These are 11 by 17, and this is a much bigger pattern design, and it's just because it was printed up on a large format printer. I know that not a lot of people have them, but they really are an investment, and if you do a lot of projects that use pantographs like this, it's an investment. I found my printer, my large format printer, on Facebook Marketplace, and it was only $50. So it was a great purchase, and I love to do the larger designs that way. You can also take the PDF file that comes with your purchase, and you can take it to like a FedEx print store, and they can print it out for you on a roll, paper roll like this. Now this one hasn't been cut yet so that I could show you how it does come out. They print it on a wide paper, which I think this is 24-inch, and when you give them the PDF file, you tell them what size you want the design. If you want 12-inch, they'll print it so that it's from 12-inch from top to bottom of your design. It also comes with a nameplate on the end so that you can see what pattern this is when it's rolled up. You can see right there, we have the name of the pattern and a sample of the design. So then you bring it home and you cut off the excess that you don't need, and you have a beautiful pantograph. That style is not expensive at all. If I take my PDF up and it's one of these and I say, please print it out on a roll paper for me, they charge me about $9. So with the cost of being $6 for the pantograph, you're still, very reasonable. All of our pantographs are $6. That's it. We do offer a lot of free patterns, and there's different ways you can get them as well. Another nice feature about that nameplate on the end is that you can keep them, once you roll them up, you can see at a glance what you have right there, the name and the design there. And if you print one of every one that you have, you can put them in a binder like this, and it's so much easier for your customers to look through and pick out a design that they want you to put on their project, whether it's a quilt or a handbag. It just makes it easier. Another way that you can use the pantographs are to stitch. You would use this. This is Quilting Threads paper. It's very, very thin paper, almost like a gift paper, the white tissue paper. And you simply trace it out on this paper right here. Let me turn that around for you. Trace it out and stitch it right onto your project. After you're done with that, you simply rip the paper off, and it comes off really, really easy. The reason I have two on here is because I did a test, and I put one half with the Quilting Threads paper, which you can get at their website, quiltingthreads.com, or even on Amazon. And then I did a sample with just white wrap gift tissue paper. Stitched them on both, and then I tore them off, and I found that the Quilting Threads paper worked a little bit better. I liked it better, but it all came off, and this pattern is called Crease Bear. Look how cute that is. And this is what it looked like stitched out on the back. So cute. And then this was done the same way. This one is Abby's Joyful Heart. You could see that. The hearts, how pretty they look, the front and back. So this was another method for using the designs. And so let's talk about how to put these together. It's so easy. We do not print and ship to keep the cost down to $6. So you print them up and you can tape them together. Now there's another way you could do it too. So I want to show you real quick a fun idea. Say you want to do multiple designs, maybe football gear and baseball gear for a sports fan. For this Christmas one, I wanted to use both Christmas trees and gingerbread. So I simply printed them up, however many you need for across your project. And then when I tape them together, I'm just going to find a common line spot on this pattern. They did not start and stop on the exact line. Sorry, it's a little shaky. But go ahead and tape it together, then use a marker. Find your ending point of the other one and the beginning of the next one and just draw a little swoop. Boom, you've got gingerbreads, you've got Christmas trees. And the best method for taping together your paper pantographs, this is really important, is you put them down together like this. Can you see? Yeah. And then I'm going to take a glue stick and I'm going to put a little dabs on that side. Then I take my other paper, overlap it till your lines meet up. And now you have them, stable. Then you take your tape and you put a piece of tape across the front, and the most important part is to tape the back as well. The reason I put the paste on is because if you don't and you get that tape close to the paper lifts up and sticks to the tape and then it's off balance. It's not straight. So the paste stick is really important. Most important is taping the back side of your pantograph. The reason is that it gives it so much more stability and makes it a lot more sturdy, and you don't have the lift of the paper on the back that can get caught, when you're working with it. Yeah, so if you come to our shop at quiltingpantographs.com, we've got some specials going. We always have a free pattern of the month. Right now through October 31st, we have the Spiderwebs, that pattern. And starting November 1st, we're going to have Thanksgiving turkey, which is sitting back here. I just finished stitching it up on some orange fabric. Look how cute he is. Isn't that great? And he's just stitched out really cute on this fabric. And we have a sale going, buy one, get one free. So you go get your free pattern, grab some others, you get one free for every one you buy, and it's a great deal right now. Another way that you can get free patterns from us is send us images of your projects. We want to see them and display them in our gallery and showcase them on our social medias. Send us a picture of the project you put our design on, and we'll give you a free pattern as a thank you. So I think I covered everything. If you have any more questions, you can always contact us at grace@quiltingpantographs.com. Thank you so much for having me today.
That was fantastic, Holly. I'm so glad we finally got you on the show.
Okay,
And
thank you.
I wanted to ask you, we're going to do question and answer at the end of the
Okay.
show, but I just wanted to tell all of our viewers, it's like the last time that I was close to her at a show, guys, I was amazed at all the designs. So make sure you go to her website and check it out and take advantage of all those freebies. My goodness, our vendors today are so super generous. So we're going to put you backstage and we will see you at the end of the show. I know we already have people asking questions. So we're going to remind everybody, hold your questions. Don't type them in till the end or we might miss them and you won't get it answered. So you'll have to work harder to get the answers. So we will see you in a little bit, Holly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, it's that time. It's almost time for our door prize giveaway. But before we do that, really quick, normally we do a couple of quick tips, but because our show is so packed full today, we're not going to do it. But I do want to. Last week, I talked about a really beautiful gift set when I was showing my gift ideas. But I told you guys it didn't come in time for the show. Well, it actually came in this morning. So I had our wonderful webmaster Ruth go on and put this one item on sale from now until midnight on Friday, since we didn't have it for last week. So here is this beautiful, it's a scissor and tape measure set, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. The regular price is $23.99, and then till Friday at midnight, if you click on it, it's in our gift section on the website. You'll get 20% off, and it's in a beautiful box. I mean, here I'm going to show you the lid to the box, even how gorgeous the box is. So this is a really, really super nice gift for any of your quilting or sewing or crafting friends. So I just wanted to share that with you. Again, it just came in this morning, just in time for me to share it with you. Okay, so now back to our door prizes. Again, we have 5 terrific prizes today donated by our fabulous vendors. And in just a second, I'm going to give you the secret word. And again, if you're new with us and you've never done this with us before, when I give you the secret word, you're simply going to type it in the comments section. Just one time per person, please. And then generally by about 5:30 today, I will have all the winners posted. And you're just going to come right back here to the Quilt Craft Sew Facebook page, and the listed, you'll find it's actually, I usually use something that says, and the winner is, or winner, something that will catch your eye in a picture, and it will tell who our 5 winners are. It will also tell you how you need to redeem that. Now, remember, you need to be sure you check back either tonight or tomorrow, because you only have until midnight Friday to redeem your prize. So be sure you don't forget to check it. All right, guys, here we go. The secret word for today is ghost. Just in time for Halloween, it is ghost. All right, we're going to move on to our next vendor today. We are so excited to bring back Leanne from Beyond Interiors, who always has terrific items to share with you. And so we're going to get her back on the screen. How you doing, Leanne? Good to see you.
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. And
thank you for being back with us, because you have some great ideas and great things to show us, and fabrics that they can use to make those terrific projects that they're rushing to get done. So we're going to turn it over to you. So take it away.
All right. I'm Leanne Scott from Beyond Interiors. Welcome, everybody. I wanted to talk a little bit about the different fabrics that we carry that are pretty unique, would be wonderful to make gifts out of. And if you don't have the time, we have made some that we have for sale. So I wanted to start out with our Japanese and Hawaiian anime. I always said anime because of animation, but it's actually pronounced anime, something I learned recently. And of course, this was a word that came out of Japan, and it kind of encompassed all types of anime or anime. And I wanted to show you some of those examples today. They are absolutely darling fabric. There's so much detail to it. I'm going to show you some new ones we just got in. And this is a combination of both Hawaii and Japan. As you'll notice, it says Road to Hana. It's got like 2 men that kind of look like Men in Black. It's got a ninja, it's got octopus, and it's got a very cute little boy and a little puppy. I happen to have a French bulldog, so this is kind of very interesting for me, called Super Moki and Puppy. And if you'll notice on there, the little boy and the little dog have masks on. It's just, I guess, a sign of our times, but I found that very, very interesting. This is another very, very cute fabric that we just got in. It's got little girls in kimonos. It's got love. It's got little sushi, little bears. And this is called, we call it tomodachi. And I think that's written here somewhere. Tomodachi in Japanese means friends. So again, a very cute fabric to make something out of. This happens to be one of my favorites that we can actually no longer get, unfortunately. I made a blouse and a mask out of this. I hope I'm holding this up correctly. But it's got a little sumo, a devil. It's got hamburgers. It's got sushi. It's got I Love New York. Again, very cutesy, very typical Japanese fabric. And then I wanted to show you a couple more. One is very Hawaiian with some Japanese touches with a torii gate, a little girl or a young girl on a surfboard. There again, sushi, little lanterns, a very cute, distinct pattern. Again, another new fabric we got in is these little monkeys in costumes and little prince and princesses. So I just wanted to show you some of the new ones that we got in, so it would kind of spur your creative juices, and hopefully you can make something out of that. Now I'm moving on to another type of fabric we carry, which is the Australian Aboriginal and design fabric. And of course, all these Aboriginal fabrics have names. They're, and I'm going to show you some new ones that we just got in. This is by Bradley Stafford, a man, which is kind of interesting. Mostly it's women. And it's just a very interesting fabric with long neck turtles. It's got grubs, ants, seeds, nuts. And I just wanted to share a little bit with you that I didn't really know about. I've visited Australia. Of course, in the middle of Australia is Ayers Rock, which is called Uluru, Northern Territory. And they're known for their dots on their fabric. And you'll see this in all this Aboriginal fabric. The artists decided to eliminate a lot of the sacred elements, and they put them into dots. So these are all very, very symbolic. It's not just, kind of a style. Another thing I did not know is that only certain tribes are able to paint these dots. So I'm going to move on to just this really wonderful fabric called Meteors. And Meteors is all about a woman fighting with a snake. And the sky gods or deities got upset with her, and so they threw her up in the sky, and that was the result of what came out of that fabric. This is also a new one called Home Camp, and it's got flowers and boomerangs and lizards, and just kind of a very wonderful fabric and very popular. So, and then I'm going to share some oldies but goodies. This is called Butterfly Dan, and it's got butterflies and little people in there. And another one called Dancing Spirit. And of course, you'll be able to see the, I'm not sure if I have that upside down or not, but sorry if I do. Anyway, with all the, again, dots, and looks kind of like the sky. And so out of these, I wanted to show you some of the things that we have made over the years. And some of these things you could make yourself, or if you're inclined not to, we have them for sale on our website. So my business partner, Julie, has made napkins out of the Aboriginal fabric. I'm just going to show you some examples of those. There's some kangaroos, some green waves. These are all napkins. Again, with a couple more of these designs. So napkins. She's also made some pot holders. I'm just giving you some ideas on some of the fabrics that we've made, some of the things we made from the fabrics, and some wine bottle carriers, which I think are quite fun and festive for the holidays, to put, a bottle of something, but they're made from some of our fabrics that we've got. In addition to that, we have some table runners, and these are all featured on our website. You could also make your own if you're so inclined, but I just wanted to give everybody some ideas on some fabrics that we put together as table runners, and these come in kind of a long size or a short size depending on your table, but we've got dimensions. Here's another one that's Australian Aboriginal, and again, here's another one with alligators and turtles. This is another one with the green waves on the borders, and this has a kangaroo and some circles on the outside. So those are some of the table runners we have for sale. Again, if you could make your own, if we've got the fabric, but I wanted to give everybody a little bit of an idea of what is available. In addition to that, we've got Laurel Birch fabric, which we actually love her stuff. Again, Julie made some napkins that kind of matches our table runner that we made out of the same fabric. And this is Laurel Birch's flowers. And I also wanted to give you some ideas. We sell, and we only have a few of these left, her cat fabric, which you can no longer get. And these it's cat panels. There's 8 different panels. These would be wonderful as pot holders, a quilt, anything you wanted. So again, just showing you some examples of the fabric we carry, something that you can make yourself for the holidays. This is certainly enough time to get started on it. And if you don't have the time, we do have some things in our fun section on our website that you can take a look at that are already made. In addition to that, we have some unique jewelry. Some are one of a kind out of Venetian and lampwork glass beads. And we've got a lot of Laurel Birch items such as t-shirts and totes and earrings. So I just wanted to let you know that. But I hope you'll get some inspiration out of some of the fabrics I've shown you today. And you have plenty of time to get going on your projects. So I hope that everybody will take a look at our website, and we really appreciate that we had the opportunity to show that to you today. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Leanne. I don't know about our viewers, but I'm certainly inspired. I mean, your stuff just amazes me every time. And, you know, the symbolism in so much of the fabrics. And guys, be sure you do check out our website, because like she said, not only do they have all those wonderful fabrics, but they have a lot of fabulous, fabulous gift ideas for those people that maybe you need to get them something neat, but you just, I don't know, maybe you don't like them well enough to make them something. I mean, you know, we've all got those kind of people in our lives. But if you know, again, I just want to mention also, Leanne, there's been some really positive comments being made while you were on of people that are just so incredibly happy with the purchases they've had from you in the past. So I wanted you to know that. And we're gonna put you backstage, and we'll be back with you after our next vendor when we do our question and answer. We thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so this is your last reminder that if you have yet to put in the secret word, now remember, if you've already put it in, please don't put it in again, because when I have to go through and sort through duplicates, it just takes it longer for me to get this posted. But if you haven't done the secret word yet, the word today is ghost. Ghost. So super easy. All right, we have one more vendor today, and I'm super excited for this vendor. I'm going to be bringing on my dear friend and my co-host on Wild Wednesday, Beth from the Fabric Chicks Creative Oasis. So, hey, Beth, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, I'm just spiffy. I've been sitting here watching the show and folding fabric for Tucson. So I'm feeling incredibly productive right now.
Yeah. Are you feeling my pain? Because I go home and fold fabric every night for like 4 or 5 hours.
Well, and you know, I was sitting here laughing, going, you know, as I'm sitting here doing this I have a lid from a tote sitting in my lap next to my notes for the show, rolling fat eighths that I spent all morning cutting. Yeah. And I'm laughing because when we all say we're going home for the day, that just means that we're going to go to the kitchen table and keep doing exactly what we've been doing.
Yes. We might sit in the recliner and do it, you know, get off our feet. But yeah, we still work. When you own your own business, you got to work like 24/7. And
especially the way the shows have been stacked on top of each other this last 3 months has just really been hard for all of us to keep up.
Yes, for sure.
Well,
sad that I'm going to miss Tucson with you, but
I know.
I'm glad to have a break.
Well, I know you are, and I really can't even say anything to you since I took a break from PIQF, so I already got my little break. So I don't fault you at all for that break, and I'm all excited now because, you know, Anna's going to be there, so she's going to be able to fill in for you. So we've got it covered, but I can't wait until we get to Puyallup and we're both back in the same building again, because I know we both really enjoy doing the show together. So we've got that coming up to look forward to. And also, I guess we should go ahead and let people know that between Tucson and Puyallup is our 1-year anniversary of going
Already?
Wild Wednesday live. So
I can't believe
we're gonna have a little special show for you guys that particular week. Beth and I are going to do something a little bit different. So be sure and mark your calendar. I don't even know what the date of that is, but it's week after next, the Wednesday after next. So I'll post some things about that before it happens. But can you believe it's been a year?
No, I cannot. I can't. Like time is flying quicker than ever.
It's just flying by for sure. Well, you know what? I don't want to take up any more of your demo time. So I know that you've got a lot of fun stuff to show everybody. So take it away.
So I totally have a lot of stuff, and I did not set a clock. So just stop me when it's time, okay, Ray?
Oh, you've got lots of time.
I can keep going forever. I mean, you
I
guys
know that.
I talk a lot.
And we may just let you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have a ton of stuff. I love Christmas, not as much as I love Halloween. And I saw some of your girls' comments. This is not my Halloween sweater, okay? This is my ugly Christmas sweater because we're celebrating Christmas in October. So and like my leggings to match. I thought I'd get in the spirit of things to get you guys jump started to get crafting, because I think this year, especially with the shop, everybody keeps saying, oh, the shops aren't going to have any supplies, so get your stuff now. I think maybe we need to go back to making handmade things. And really, we have so much. Everybody has so much. So don't go spending a ton of money going into, quilting stuff's kind of expensive, but make something handmade from the heart. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to go kind of quick. So you guys might have to watch this video again, which you can watch on YouTube. Ron will get that up this afternoon. But you can watch it over and over and over as many times as you want in case I go too quick for you. But I do want to let you know, we're going to do an impromptu celebration at 3:15 today. So you can just follow us right to Fabric Chicks on Facebook. And that, I think Gracie's going to put a link in your comments for you, so that you can come, and all you have to do is comment what you want and we will get it shipped to you. We'll handle all the details later. But there's no way I can put all of this stuff on our website. We do have, I think, 2 specials that are 20% off, which is the Cardinal panel, which is over there, and we'll do a close-up later, and then our ski town. So I'll show you the things that are 20% off on our website as we get to them, as we layer down here. Being the last one in the show, the last 45 minutes, I just kept adding stuff to the pile. And my kids, like Devin got so mad, he finally just went upstairs. He said we were ridiculous, especially because I have a sales rep coming at 3:30. But this is just how we roll. So the first thing we have is a St. Nicholas doll pattern. Super fun. This is the patterns by Eleanor Peace Bailey. You can make it more modern or more traditional, just depending on what fabrics you use to clothe it. So that's kind of a fun one. Very, very beginner. Anybody, if you can sew, you can make this doll. He doesn't have a sculpted face. It's a flat face. So it's very simple for all levels. And then we have this little hand embroidery, which is a kit. So everything you need is inside of that kit with just some stitching. So that's a fun thing to make for a friend. And then we have so many things, girls. Here's a kitchen scarf, or a kitchen boa. So it has hot chocolate weather, and this is actually a dish towel, and then this is also a dish towel. So you have 2 sides. You could use it for a hot pad, but make sure you don't strangle yourself. But I say maybe you should just wear nothing underneath it while you're cooking, and you might get lucky. You never know. We have a few kits for that. We have a pillow that's using chenille, and we've demoed chenille before. So if you haven't followed us on our Facebook page, on Mondays we do demos and techniques and tips and tricks and all kinds of fun stuff. So we've demoed how to use the chenille, which is this stuff right here. You sew down the center of it, and I think we might have had the chenille gal on a Wild Wednesday Live one time. But you sew down the center of it. It's like bias tape. And then you wash it, or you use a wire brush to ruffle it up. And we also used it for the binding here, you can see. So we have kits for that. Don't panic, because everything will be on our celebration at 3:15. I think, unless Devin just rebelled. Here is a fun Christmas kit. Everything you need for the quilt top and binding is in there. And it's a pretty good size, 50 by 66. So if you want to make the grandkids or somebody special a quilt, this is a fun one to make. And kits are always good because everything you need is already in it, so you don't have to think about it. But I was trying to find quick and easy projects for you guys. And this is a super fun one for the grandkids. So this Devin did. All he did, oops, there goes a pine cone. Hopefully nobody steps on it. So what we did is we literally just dumped Mod Podge into a pie dish, and one you can throw away. And then we just took one of those sponge brushes, put little bits of fabric so you can use all of your scraps. This one's actually done with Devin's. Devin made a quilt for us, and those are all of his scraps. Gracie, if you read any questions, you could ask him. And then here's some more chenille. This is a rose. This actually was going to be, I put one on either side because I happened to find two. That was actually going to be a quilt. They were squares for a quilt, but I only had two finished, so I just threw them on here to give it some texture. So that's kind of fun. You just need a bottle of Mod Podge and some buckets. So if you need buckets, we do have some buckets, but you can find them anywhere. So, and just look and see what's, these I got on sale at Michael's. So buckets, super fun and easy project if you've got the grandkids coming over. I'm always looking for stuff to do with the little ones that aren't so little anymore, but you could even fill these with baked goods and give them out to your neighbors. It's kind of a good way to use up your scraps. And then we did this here. Hey, how are you? Good, thank you. So this is an advent calendar. If you girls need an advent calendar, you can fill them with chocolates or little goodies. So somebody was saying it was hard to find advent calendars. Well, we do have one, and I believe it glows in the dark. Here, I'll have Gracie take it in the bathroom and see. Let us know if it glows in the dark, but I believe that fabric line glows in the dark. And then we have some recycled Santas. Those are super fun with, you can use like old sweaters you find at the thrift store. All kinds of fun stuff. So those are really quick and easy projects using up scraps. Girls, I'm all about using up the scraps because I hate clutter. For those of you who know me, you know that I drown in clutter. But those are fun little projects to decorate your house. Here's a super fun, not super fun. It's just a cheesy little sewing set, but it's great for the beginner. It's got a set of needles. I know that's a sewing gauge, but honestly, in my 35 years of sewing or 45 years of sewing, I've never used one of those. So I'm not sure why they put that in the starter kits, but we can also use a seam ripper and that good stuff. So
I think you were lied to.
Does that one glow in the dark? No. Okay. I don't know. Go take the other fabric in and see if the other fabric glows in the dark. Then we have, I don't know if you'll be able to see this with the glare. At 8 o'clock last night, I was going to make these samples. They're actually stacked snowmen and stacked Christmas trees. And you just, everything's already pre-cut, except for a few of the things like the scarf and the hat. But the snowman body is already pre-cut. So you just put your thread through it and you make these cute little ornaments. So that's a fun little project. And then we have, in case you want something already made, we do have these fun cups. They're little travel mugs with the lid so that you can close it. But if you want to sew something to make it a little bit more personal, we have these coffee, these mug rugs. So that gives you a little, a cute little gift set that you could make for your friends. And you could even put it in a bucket like this. Gift bags are super expensive, leading to the next thing. Gift bags just keep getting more and more expensive. So we took this panel here, and sometimes panels are weird sizes. So what are you going to do with this? You can make like one placemat, a couple of pillows. They're random weird sizes. So what I did yesterday, I tried whipping up a bunch of quick projects for you girls.
These ones glow in the dark.
Oh, those ones glow in the dark. Maybe we'll put those on Friday's sale. So what I did is I took burlap and I just fused this on, added some trim. I took the little ones and I made gift tags. I'm sure Gracie's not giving Devin anything, but just in case, she'll have a gift bag already made. But that's a fun way to use up your panels, and burlap looks cute under your Christmas trees. So we made a variety of different sizes. And then okay, so I'm going to show you this panel here. What did I do with it? This panel here, and a lot of my people that watch me all the time, you guys have already seen this, but this is a fun panel to embellish and embroider. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it when I'm finished, but it's, here's some that I've been working on. You know, I can't stay with just one project. So here's some that I've started the embroidery on, and I've just put soft flex on the back to stabilize it. But I'm going to show you real quick a back stitch so you can see that anybody can do this. And I use, right here, I'm using the Glamour thread. So the Glamour thread is 2 strands of, I know I'm going to get this wrong. I think 2 strands of rayon and 1 strand of metallic. So it equals a 12 weight thread. So you can run the Glamour through your sewing machine. So a back stitch is super easy. You just go down, come up, pull it tight. Here, it's not going to be that easy while I'm doing it for you guys. So you're going to just go like that and go like that over and over and over. There's lots of tutorials and books we have for you, but that's what the back stitch looks like. And that's with a little bit of metallic. So you can see I use the metallic on these buttons here. So pretty much all of this is done with the back stitch for embroidery. Probably your grandmother tried to teach you when you were little. I know I've been doing it probably since I was 8. So those I'm going to turn into fun little projects when I get it all done. Who knows when. But we do have a Christmas collection of the 12 weights. So this is what they look like. We have a silver and a couple of greens, red and gold. But they do run through your sewing. 12 weight is the smallest number that you can run through your sewing machine. And you would probably want to switch out to a 16 needle. Then I want to show you, I know I keep wanting to show you so much, pillowcases. Who doesn't want a gnome pillowcase, flannel pillowcase? So we'll have kits for those. And you know, pillowcases are super easy to make. It's a great gift to give if you're going to Thanksgiving dinner to take with you. Your grandkids will love you forever. And then we've got these fun little kits for these little mittens and cups. And you can just slide a gift card in there. These are kind of fun. The kits have everything in it, so you can just stitch them up in the evening when you really don't want to think about anything. And then, you know, I'm always trying to give you guys good ideas. So, and try to teach you at the same time. So here is a 12 weight thread that is variegated. I actually use this a lot. I use it when I'm doing my pine needles, which most of you have seen me demo. But the 12 weight is sturdier, it's stronger. So the lower the weight thread, the thicker it is. So if you get an 80 weight or 100 weight, it's almost invisible. So 12 weight's what I use when I'm thread painting, because if I'm going to go to the work for thread painting, I want to be able to see it. And then everybody loves this knot. I'm not really sure why, but I'm going to show it to you girls, okay? So you just put your thread there under your needle, wrap it around 3 times, slip it between your fingers, and then you have the perfect knot. You need me to show you that again? Okay, I did not just do that with my teeth. Okay, I'm going to hold it here, okay? I'm going to wrap it around 3 times, and then pinch it between your other fingers on your other hand, and then there you go. You've got the perfect knot. And then I'm going to show you a yo-yo real quick because yo-yos are popular again. So you're going to make your fabric about a 1/4 inch bigger than your yo-yo maker, of which we have in every size, of course. You just don't know. See, like here we've got stuffed yo-yos, and we used a large, medium, smaller, smaller, smaller. So we just used all of the yo-yo makers and just layered them on and then hand stitched them together. So see how it's a little bit bigger, and then I'm just going to clamp this on and hope it lines up with all the holes. And then I'm going to fold it over with my hand. Oops, there goes the lid. And then it's going to be hard to show you guys when I'm, you know, while you're watching, it probably won't work so good, but you go up and down like this. It goes fairly quickly. You want to make sure that you're holding your fabric down and catching it with this other hand. So you just go, go, go all the way around. You do not want to stitch around. See that? If I did that, that would make me cry. Do not stitch around like that. You're only stitching from the top and the bottom. Okay, so if you can do this, you can do anything. It's really pretty mindless. It's a good thing to do in the car if you're not the driver. So I'm going to just go all the way around real quick so you guys can see what it takes to do a yo-yo, because I'm going to show you a couple of yo-yo projects as inspiration. Well, Roger can show you that on the Christmas tree here, we have a yo-yo garland that really we just used up all our fabric scraps for. So we have a yo-yo garland on there. We have the Carol of the Birds pattern by Eleanor Peace Bailey, which has all those different birds. Some of them are stuffed. Some of them are used with the Temtex for the banners, which just makes them stiff as opposed to stuffed. And then there's some angels on that tree also from Eleanor's Put-Ons book. And okay, hang on, I'm almost finished. I know. Oh, okay. So I'm going to wrap this up in 2 seconds. Let me see. Oops. Uh-oh, I got a knot here. So I'm to my last hole because I started right here. So I'm going to go down on the last hole. Oh my gosh, it's not sweater weather yet, girls. I'm going to pop this out. I'm going to pull out this base here. And then when I just pull this thread, see how it gathers up nicely into a fun yo-yo. And then you can kind of shape it. Right now is when you would stuff it if you want it stuffed. But there you go. And then you just tie off a knot through the center, and that's your yo-yo. So we've got like yo-yo snowmen, yo-yo candy canes, yo-yo Christmas tree ornaments, and then fun yo-yo necklaces. So with your yo-yos, you can do a ton of projects. And then I had the girls make a Christmas banner. Follow me real quick, Roger. This is the last thing, I promise, Raylene. Although I had a ton more, which is what made Devin quit. So here we've got a fun little ugly sweater pennant banner that will have kits in on the sale. And then this is a fun one. We just this one with the trucks and the boots. We just used the heavyweight Temtex in the center, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in 15 minutes on our celebration. So that's all we've got, Raylene.
Well, that was a lot. And, you know, I can attest, though, you know, I love the yo-yo makers. And you're absolutely right. You need all the sizes because different projects need different sizes, but they are my favorite thing to make ornaments with because they go so quickly. And, you know, when people ask me, oh, are these hard to use? I always tell them, you know what, the first one you do to figure it out, then you can make a yo-yo in just a matter of a minute or two. So, I mean, it's so much faster than the old fashioned way. Yeah. So that was awesome. Well, we're going to stick you backstage for just a second and we'll be back with you in just a minute.
All right.
So guys, before we go to question and answer, I just want to remind you of a couple of things. First of all, be sure you go to the Quiltcraft Sew Mall page and check out our new homepage with all the fun stuff that Ruth has got on that first page. We also ask you to please remember to patronize those vendors whenever you are looking for something. We're about to come up to our off season from shows, so the vendors are really counting on all the support that they get with their websites. So we appreciate all of you guys for checking that out before you hit any of the big mainstreams. Let me see, what else do I have? Oh, don't forget that all the sales that people are offering, those are good through midnight on Friday. And again, on the Quilt Craft Soul Mall homepage, you can click on Wild Wednesday and it's going to remind you of what everybody's specials are and also help you get to their pages really, really quick and easy. And last thing before we go to our Q&A rather, is I just want to remind you to check back. I'm going to say probably by 5:00 at the latest, I will have all the winners posted right here on our Facebook page from today's fantastic door prizes. So right now, Ron's going to bring everybody back on the screen. We call this going to our Brady Bunch section here. We'll get everybody back on. Okay, almost there, almost there. There's Anna. All right. So guys, now is the time. If you have questions for any of our vendors or for me, you want to type them in now. If you did that earlier, go ahead and type it in again because, the comments are flowing, so we've missed it. But go ahead, start typing those in and I will field those to our vendors. Oh, okay. First question. I love it. Oh my gosh, Nicole, you're cracking me up. Beth, we would like to know, what is the starting bid on that amazing sweater that you're wearing?
Oh, I doesn't want to look this good in a sweater. And I didn't even win the ugly sweater prize.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Jenny would like to, let me see what it says. My bifocals do not do well, by the way, guys, when I'm starting to look at questions.
Closer.
Oh, Leanne, can you purchase a quarter yard for face masks or do you have a larger minimum on your fabric? Easy for me to say.
No minimum on purchasing fabric. I made my own face mask. You can easily make it out of a fat quarter. She can email me. I'm not quite sure what she has in mind. I just have to make a comment. We have ugly sweater socks that would match Beth's sweater.
Oh, and complete her ensemble. Huh?
Yes.
Okay, so Jenny, yes, it sounds like you can get a fourth of a yard for your mask, and she also has the fat quarters. So, okay, who else? Let's see. Oh, Carolyn. Oh my goodness, what are we going to do with you? Carolyn missed the secret word. Should we share it with her, even though she missed the last follow up?
Tell her she's got to watch the whole thing over again.
You know what? I just was getting ready to say, Beth would say no, but I'm nicer. So, yeah, the word was ghost, but this is your one. Okay, let's see. What other comments do we have or questions? For Holly, how many patterns do you offer in total? Do you know?
Oh my goodness, we are well into the hundreds. And we just added about 20 new ones last week, and we have about 40 more on the way before the end of the year. So hundreds.
Awesome. Beth, Jenny would like to know BOA kits and the pillowcase. Hang on, I'm trying to read this. BOA kits and Knowles pillowcase cost.
The gnomes, I think, are 14 and the scarves are 12. And as soon as we're done here, go right to our Facebook page because we're going to put it up and show you everything that we showed you with a number, and you just comment what you want and we sell it to you. So we make it real easy to spend your money.
And Holly, Gretchen would like to know if your patterns will work on a regular sewing machine.
Yes, you could do it in different ways. You can trace them out, trace your pattern out, or again, you can use the paper and stitch right over it. Or if your machine imports digital files, you could use it on that. But yeah,
awesome.
Domestic machines, you can use them.
Fantastic. Another question for Beth, but I think I know the answer. What is the address for Beth's show? Her Facebook page is Fabric Chicks. So Fabric Chicks, do you have to put in Creative Oasis? I don't think so. I think it pops up when you put Fabric Chicks, right?
Yeah.
That's how I get to it.
Have to put Fabric Chicks.
Okay. So yeah, just after the show is over, just go to Fabric Chicks I believe it's at 3:15. So right after the show,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to
want
see
the
what
fun
she's
to
doing.
End. It's a whole evening of fun.
It is. I mean, I'm sitting here. I've got another 100 of these fat ace to fold, but I can do that watching your show.
For sure.
Oh, wait a minute though. I have to do the contest. Okay, I can do it while I do the contest and fold fabric and watch the show, right?
You're definitely a multitasker.
Okay, Nicole, Holly, well, lots of questions for Holly. See, the difference is this is Holly's first time on, so
Yeah.
you guys are getting a lot of good questions for her. Nicole would like to know if the digital files are PDFs or JPEGs.
The digital files are different than the PDF. PDFs you print up, and the JPEGs you can print up. They come with a purchase too. The digital files are like .qli, .plt. They're made to import into software systems.
Awesome. And Beth, did you say you use the hodgepodge right on the fabric on the buckets?
So we put some onto the plastic bucket to get it wet, and then just slap the fabric on it, and then just paint over that with a sponge brush. Would it be? Yeah. Just my own question. Is the Mod Podge too thick to put like in a spray bottle? Yes. Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
It's kind of like that white glue that we used to play with in elementary school.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. That was just my own dumb question here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Any other questions for any of our vendors before we sign off? We know we went a little over today, but that was because we just had so much that we wanted to share in our last week of Christmas in October. And we hope you guys got a lot of inspiration. And remember, all these shows, because we've packed so much information in the last 4 weeks, just go to the Wild Wednesday Live YouTube channel if you need a refresher on any of those, especially, I know a lot of us that showed you ready-made gifts, you may not have been quite ready to go that route yet, but be sure, that you remember that, when you start getting into shopping time right after Thanksgiving, make sure that you hit the mall. And we're also, Beth and I have been talking, and we are planning on doing a Cyber Monday sale in the Quilt Craft Sew Mall. Nice. So that Monday after Thanksgiving, and so vendors that are on today, we'll be getting a hold of you about that. We're going to be asking vendors to give us just a great blowout item to put on our sale. So make sure you mark your calendar so you don't forget that you'll have 24 hours that we'll be doing that Cyber Monday sale through our fantastic Quilt Craft and Sew Mall. So it looks like I'm just double checking. No more questions.
Can I make one more comment, Raylene?
You sure can.
I wanted to also say we also have 2 patterns you could get free that are try before you buy, so you can find out if they work with your system or not.
Awesome.
Yeah, one is a Cancer ribbon and one is Stars and Stripes for like Quilts of Valor and things like that.
That is fantastic, guys. So see, there you go. You can try before you buy. Yes. Can't do that with fabric, but you can sure do it with something like that she has to sell. So I think it's a first that we didn't have any questions for Anna and Teresa, but they've been on several times, and I think they've got to where they're so thorough that you guys don't have any. But remember, after the show's over, if you think of questions, just go ahead and pop them in the comments, because we get an alert when someone else comments, and we'll make sure that the vendor gets to you and gets those answered. So all right, guys. Well, thank you so very much. We had a great time. This whole month has been so much fun. So we're going to sign off for now. We will see you next week live from the show floor in Tucson, Arizona. And until then, everybody go out and make the rest of the day, the rest of the week super creative. Thank y'all. We'll see you soon.
Bye. Happy stitching.
Bye.